Hi, my name is Brandon, and I just turned 20. Well, when this video goes out, that is. When I'm recording this, I'm still 19, but it still feels really weird that I'm not gonna be a teenager anymore. And when the day actually comes, I'm sure it'll be even weirder. I'm actually not usually someone who cares a lot about their birthday. Like, when I turned 18, the only immediate change I felt was changing all of my accounts to have my real age. Yeah, sorry guys, turns out I wasn't actually born on January 1st, 1990. But I've been teasing all of my friends that have turned 20 before me by saying stuff like, isn't it weird how you're in your 20s and hanging out with me, a teenager? Which they just love, by the way. So that's one thing I will miss. But it does feel different. I guess it's because I've always associated the idea of being a teenager with being young and having less responsibilities and just having more time to figure things out. And now I'm a real adult, or whatever you want to call it. Anyway, I don't really know what's going to happen in the future, but what I can do is share the top 5 things I've learned from being a teenager. Yeah, there's only 5. I haven't learned a lot. Number 5, no one, and I mean no one, writes in cursive. Like, literally nobody. All that time you spent tracing and writing in those practice books, completely useless. I mean, do elementary schools even still teach cursive in America? Number 4, everybody, always, all the time, has a calculator in their pocket. I mean, don't get me wrong, I think it's definitely a good thing that I can multiply 13 by 3 in my head really quickly, 36. But no, I've never had to factor a quadratic equation or find the derivative of a power series on the spot in real life. Number 3, nobody really knows what they're doing. I mean, depending on your parents or your teachers as a kid, it can seem like adults have their whole lives figured out, but they don't. Or at least not as well as it seems. You just get better at hiding it. Number 2, most of the time, baby carrots are actually just smaller pieces cut from just a normal carrot, sold at a higher price. Yeah, we're all getting scammed. Capitalism, am I right? Number 1, you have to make the most out of the current moment. Whether it's doing things with your friends at school or finding your passion at college or finally making and finishing that stupid random idea you had a long time ago. Just do something while you still can with the opportunities that you have right now. I mean, I was not well liked for most of middle school and high school. I know, big shocker. And I ended up spending my years angry at almost everyone around me. And I was acting out of spite, just not making any improvements to myself, which really didn't help my case. I just realized one day that I was really gonna regret my whole childhood if I didn't change what I was doing. So when a friend had the idea to make a little YouTube channel and post some silly comedic skits for our school, I was sold. I mean, I went all in. For the next 2 years, all I did was write, shoot, and edit videos with my friends for our classmates, and I mean, they did pretty well. And it just felt nice to finally be a part of something bigger than myself, something positive for once, to be able to make others laugh or bring people together just a little bit during the pandemic. And now I can say that I don't regret how I ended my high school years. And that's really where I started to love videos and editing and filmmaking and writing, and it's just been awesome seeing where that's taken me to now. A lot of people have asked me why I have to film seemingly everything I do with my friends, or as one person put it once, why can't you just have fun like a normal person instead of farming content off of your friends? But for as long as my friends and I have played video games together, it's always been a tradition to have someone record, just to have an archive of things we did together to look back on. So whether it's us trying and failing to make a game show, or disturbing the public with a third-person rig, or even just improving stories on Discord during quarantine, it's nice to be able to look back on the time we spent together while we still had it. I've been really enjoying having Nushi as a place where I can make whatever video I want, like this one. Because let's be honest, YouTube has made it very clear that even if I tried to make the most algorithm-pleasing content I can possibly enjoy making, it's just gonna end up backfiring. But really, with my other channel, it got to the point where every project had to top the last and be the best thing I ever made. I was passing up on so many ideas and passion projects simply because they didn't fit this arbitrary standard I put on myself. Projects that I've loved but pushed aside for years. Until now. Especially last year, I had to, again, look at what I was doing and who I was surrounding myself with. And I realized that all I was chasing was more just to prove to myself that I was a good video maker, and less of why we started recording in the first place. Spending the time I had visiting my hometown with my friends, making funny and cool projects, and documenting them for the future. And to give me something to edit. I just really love editing. So as much as I joke about how I'm mad that a dream parody that took me a couple hours to make for my second channel was and probably will be the most successful I'll ever be, Honestly, I couldn't have had it. I couldn't have, what, why did I write this? Honestly, it couldn't have been any other way. So whether you're here from that video or, well, that's pretty much all I'm known for, really. But no matter how you're here, I'm thankful. Non-parasocially, of course. And whether you're still navigating your teenage years or college, or maybe you're turning 20 today too, there's just some moments, some chances, and some memories that you're only gonna get once. So make the most out of it. Love ya.